Michael. You know, I read Larry Kendall's book a couple of years ago, and I was trying to go back to see when I first started using a planner, and I want to say it was 2018. Just the simple habit of getting up and doing those 5 things in the morning can have a real positive impact on your day, on your week, on your month. And I'm going to create a little challenge. You know, some people say reading gratitudes in the morning is the best thing they do. Maybe it's writing notes. We had an agent come in the office, I think it was Monday, and one of them picked up a new listing, and it was because they had written a note to a client several months ago. And the other one picked up a listing because they'd handed a business card out to them a couple months ago. Just the simple act of connecting with people, right? Just being intentional about it. For the next 2 weeks, every Monday before 5 p.m., if you write notes, you can drop them off with Taylor, and whichever agent turns in the most notes will pay the postage for all of your notes that you're sending out. So if you're not the agent, we'll still put on your agent bill, but to have a little competition, see who, you want to write 100 notes and drop them off with Taylor. They need to be handwritten. Don't go print 100 notes on a postcard and sign your name. Still, if you do that, it'd be better than not doing it. We just won't pay the postage on all of those. But every Monday at 5 for the rest of this month, if you bring notes to Taylor's desk, because she shuts down at 5, we'll pay the postage on that. Just as a little challenge to help start a new habit. See, we're taking the habit out of even having to mail it. You just drop it off for Taylor. She'll take care of that. Just curious, who started a new habit recently? Mary, what have you started doing?
Getting up at 6.
Okay. How did you start doing that?
Well, I was really good sleep. But then I started saying, I'm gonna get up and have 2 extra hours my day, because I used to get up at 8 begrudgingly. But it's made a difference. And would you ask me how I start my day?
Yeah, how did you start that habit?
Well, I thought about it for about 2 weeks, and then I did it a couple of times, but this is great. So once I did it, and it was wonderful, you know, I said I'm gonna do this every day. So it really is. I mean, I feel like I have some extra time in my day. This minute, you know, we all get up, and the phone starts ringing, and you get some text, and all this kind of stuff, and you immediately start working. But if you get up at 6, you don't really get.
Most of the world's not up yet.
Yeah. You go to bed earlier? Old people don't need as much sleep as.
Yeah.
You should go. Well, I'm back there with you. I mean, talking about
And has anybody else started a new habit? Whether getting up, exercising, or is it something you stopped doing? That's also a habit. Gerald?
This month, there's 4 days in a week, and I'm not going to drink alcohol or eat any sugar. And the next month, it's going to be 5 days a week.
Okay.
The
Wait,
next
you're not
month,
gonna do
6
what?
days a week.
You're not gonna do what?
Drink alcohol or eat sugar.
During the week?
During the week. Well, just 4 days during that week.
Just during that 4 days total.
4 days.
Okay.
And the next month will be 5 days in a week.
So no alcohol, and what was the other one?
Sugar, and donuts.
They don't come here.
So what is your goal?
My goal
To
is
stay out of
to
that.
just have 1 day a week where I can have a cheat day. You just do that. Instead of drinking. I'm trying to get out of this pandemic habit of drinking just about every other night.
I'm glad you made that comment, Ruthie, because I'm going to play another video in a second. Most of the times we think about a goal and try to create a habit. I want to lose 10 pounds. So you think, how am I going to do it? Versus I'm going to stop eating sugar and drinking a few days a week. We're not always a time with the end goal. Or, hey, I'm just going to get up. Don't know what I'm going to maybe do every morning. I'm just going to start getting up a little earlier. Not I'm going to get up and do this, and this, because then sometimes you try to start doing that and it becomes really hard to do it. One thing I was reading this morning about gratitudes is some people look at them and compare, I wish I was blank versus I'm glad I'm not. Like, hey, I wish I wasn't coming to the office and eating donuts every day. I mean, I ate 2 yesterday. I was trying to help y'all out, so I ate 2 of them. They were chocolate. They were delicious. Versus, I'm glad I'm not going to eat a donut today, right? Walking past the table, man, I'm glad I'm not stopping at this table to eat a donut. So just changing things a little bit, changing the mindset. And there's a great book, and there should be one upstairs called Atomic Habits. Has anybody read that? You read it, Jamie? What was anything you picked up from it?
Well, I think just the act of getting in a habit and doing something continually, and then before you know it, it's a habit.
James Clear is the author of it. Listen,
Okay.
don't judge what ads pop up on any of my social media profiles. I will share this with you. And we talked about last week the Instagram algorithm and how it's changed. I don't know what I was clicking on, but I'm just going to have to buy this product so the ad disappears from my news feed. It's a like motorcycle helmet that's a disco ball. It's just got mirrors glued all over it, you know, for all the festivals I go to and parties. It shows up every like 15 posts. I'm like, oh my God, it's only $35?
How do they know?
How do they know? I've been looking for this. Summer is coming. So yeah, I don't know what that is.
We all want one.
You want a disco ball helmet?
No, I want that mug.
Okay.
It's a mud water. It's a mud.
Yes.
As far as making habits easy, there are a variety of things you can do, but the simplest one is just to scale your habits down to something that is very easy to do. And I like to recommend 2-minute rules, which basically says take whatever.
Sorry, this keeps switching back and forth.
How you're trying to build and you scale it down to something that takes 2 minutes or less to do. So do yoga 4 days a week becomes take out the yoga mat, or read 30 books a year becomes read 1 page. And sometimes people resist that a little bit because they're like, okay, I know the real thing I want to do is take my yoga mat out, right? I know I actually want to do the workout. I'm just looking at this habit of taking this mat out all the time. So if it's a mental trick, and I know it's a trick, like why would I fall for it? And if you feel that way, then my recommendation would be, well, actually in the beginning, for the first few weeks, limit yourself to only 2 minutes. All you do is put your shoes on, running shoes on, step out the door, lock the door, and then you walk back inside. Or all you do is take your yoga mat out. It sounds funny, but like, for example, I had a reader who ended up doing this. He lost a lot of weight, lost over 100 pounds. And for the first 6 weeks, he only went to the gym for like 5 minutes and then he'd leave. So you get in the car, drive to the gym, get out, do half an exercise, get back in the car, drive home. And it sounds ridiculous, right? It sounds like you're like, okay, clearly this is not going to be a thing that gets this guy in shape. But when you step back for a second, you realize he was becoming the type of person that went to the gym 4 days a week. He was mastering the art of showing up. And I think that this is like a really deep truth about habits that gets overlooked a lot, which is a habit must be established before it can be improved. Right? It has to become the standard in your life, your new normal, before you can worry about optimizing it or expanding it from there. If you don't become the type of person that goes to the gym for 5 minutes, you don't have a chance to be the person who stays for 45 minutes, 5 days a week. So I think so often we're so focused on finding the perfect diet plan, the ideal workout program. We're so focused on optimizing that we don't give ourselves permission to show up in a small way. But even if it's only for, 5 minutes or 5 push-ups or 1 sentence that you write, do something so that you can master the art of showing up and make it your new normal. And then once you become that person, well, then you have a lot of options for expanding.
Friends would walk up to me and be like, what the fuck is in your
Hey,
And I was,
excuse me, sorry. So I thought that was real interesting because when I first read Larry Kendall's book and was thinking about gratitudes, I'm like, how do I write all these gratitudes? I'm writing 2 notes a day. said one note a week. That was more than I was writing ever. And now I still don't even do 2 a day. I try to just do 1 note a day. I'm talking about cutting down on diet. It's like, I'm not going to walk through the cafe. I'm going to take the elevator. I'm going to walk out the back door. I don't want to know what's in there. It may be something I'm tempted to eat. So that could be a habit too, right? Something that's really, really simple. And I love what he says. A habit must be established before it can be improved. So we're all thinking about coming out of this pandemic. Clients are thinking about it. We haven't done some things in a while we used to do. Maybe it's just going to the office, checking something out for a few minutes, and then going on about your day. Or, going to the park, doing a lap instead of, walking for 4 hours. Easing back into some of these habits we used to have before is not going to be easy. So I love what he says about the 2-minute drill. Just try something for a couple minutes and start making it a habit before you really try to improve it. And think about this. What if you woke up tomorrow and just focused on creating one new daily habit? I'm going to get up. I'm going to write a note. I'm going to read a gratitude. I'm going to not eat sugar. 1 day a week, I'm not going to do that. And then you try to extend it into 7 days or 8 days or 20 days. And imagine if you started doing this for every day of the month. And now you've been doing it for 30 days. It takes 21 days for a habit to become unconscious, right? That's why we've given you this handout sheet, is just not to fill the whole sheet up, but to start looking, hey, y'all are already doing so many things each day that are generating positive rewards for yourself and your business. You just may not be aware of it. So this is not a requirement. This is just a guide for you to be able to look at your business and say, okay, I've already got some really good habits. Maybe how can I spend a few more minutes to improve on them? What if I made a couple more calls? What if I followed up with a few more people? What if I met one new person a day? Could I get a listing in the next 30 days if I met one new person a day? Just use this sheet as maybe kind of a guide just to see what are the, not what I wish I was doing, right? Look at all the things. Hey, I'm glad I'm doing this. Y'all are already doing so many things. What if you just added one more of those? And then next week, you added one more. Hey, I called one person today. That's one more than I called yesterday. And next week, you call 2 people a day. And gradually build on that habit. It'll have tremendous long-term impacts because your habits are what push you past a daily routine. And that can the habits put you past your daily routine, and you don't realize how valuable that can be when life changes abruptly, right? So we're focusing on our seller presentation. We know the market's changing, and we want you to be prepared to present yourself in a professional way so sellers know why they should list with you, why they should work with you in a market. And since I've been doing this for a couple of years now, the last 3 years, I had no idea what life changes were going to go through with it. And, I can tell you from personal experience, just the habit of getting up early in the morning, having a chance to go through gratitudes, look at my day, and at least know what I want to accomplish during the day versus what may end up happening during the day. It certainly makes you feel a lot better about the decisions you have to make because you know what your choices are versus just reacting to everything that happens. And that's why y'all are all still here and your businesses are doing extremely well, is we've made it through this pandemic. So now it's time to take a little step back and just look at what are all the positive and good things I've been doing so far? How can I add just one little more thing to it? Not 5, just add one thing to it. Make another call, write another note. We talked about taking one person out for lunch. People have not been going out to lunch. Help other people get out and start doing things too. I don't know for a fact, Ruthie, but I'm going to credit some of those listings you picked up to just being out with people, right? Playing golf, tennis, interacting. Those are habits we've gotten away from because we weren't allowed to go do them. So maybe there's some things you want to start doing again. Maybe instead of thinking, gosh, I really wish I had this whole weekend to go out and be with people. So maybe that one step is just calling someone up and asking them, hey, let's plan on getting together. Not trying to have the total end result resolved in one phone call, right? We're so used to getting things done in a short period of time. We put pressure on ourselves to make all that happen. So hopefully this has been helpful today. And I hope y'all will take a look at some of the things you're doing now and how can I just add one little thing to it? That'll make a huge difference over these next 30 days. And for all of you who bring in note cards on Monday, we'll mail those out for you and we'll cover the postage for the one who writes the most. And if there's a tie, we'll cover it all. So if everybody only brings in 5 and 5's the most, then we'll pay for all those. So no collaborating with each other. Hey, let's only do 5 cards, Micah. But seriously, we want to do what we can to help y'all with your business. And this is a year just to focus on some small incremental changes. It doesn't have to be huge, life-changing. Just one little thing can make a big difference in your client's life and in your business too. So thank you all for being here this morning. The rest of this month is going to be one more session on kind of gratitudes and mindset, and then we're going to jump into listing presentation and how to do more presenting versus being interviewed by someone, because we've heard that a lot. We've heard, well, they're interviewing other people. So what habits can we start doing now to change how we present to sellers and pick up more listings? Because y'all are doing it. We ran our first quarter results for the company compared to last year, and our listing, our seller to buyer ratio has already gone up to above 50%. It was 48-52, it's now flip-flop. So y'all are picking up more listings. The results are coming in, and we want to gradually increase that number because as the market changes, listings are always going to sell. It's the buyers that are going to drop off. And y'all are going to be better prepared for when the market does change. And we're grateful to be along here with you for it. Thank you all for being here this morning.